You've probably seen the name CyberGhost pop up all over the place, on YouTube ads, random blog reviews, maybe even from that one friend who won't shut up about VPNs. But is it actually worth downloading, paying for, and letting it run in the background every time you go online? Stick around because I'll show you pretty much everything you need to know about this VPN. And hey, before we dive in, if you decide to get CyberGhost VPN, there's a crazy deal running right now. You could get 84% off plus 4 months free with the link down in the description below, or just scan the QR code floating on the screen. It's the same one I used when I signed up for CyberGhost, and it saved me a lot of money. Okay, so here's the story. I was just sick of seeing not available on your region pop up every streaming app I touched. I live for late night binge sessions, and find out something that was blocked just killed my mood. Plus, I work on the go a lot. Airports, cafes, public Wi-Fi, all over the place. And after a couple of sketchy pop-ups and one mystery charge on my card last year, I figured it was time to take security seriously, so I gave CyberGhost a shot. And the first thing I noticed was that the setup was really easy to use. Like, I was expecting one of those long tutorials, or at least something that needed a manual, but nope. Not here. You install it, hit a couple buttons, and you're connected. The app looks clean too. It doesn't try to overwhelm you with a bunch of nonsense. And it's on everything. I use it on my MacBook, my Android, and even gave it a go on my Fire Stick. CyberGhost also has over 11,000 servers across more than 100 countries. I had no idea we even needed that many, but the cool part is you could pick really specific locations. Like you're trying to access US Netflix library from Europe, or catch a sports stream from Japan or something, you could pick a server labeled exactly for that. They even have tags like optimized for Netflix or good for torrenting, which makes it super easy. You don't have to guess or test a bunch of stuff out, you just get the things done. Oh, and the security, it's no joke. We're talking about military grade stuff with their AES 256 encryption, and if that fails, they even have a kill switch built in. So if your connection drops or whatever reason, it just shuts off your internet until the VPN reconnects, which honestly saved me a couple of times when I was in a sketchy airport lounge. They also got leak protection to keep your IP address hidden, and it's all backed by a no-log policy. And since they're based in Romania, they're not part of any of those big surveillance packs, so your privacy is protected. Now when it comes to performance, it's pretty solid. Not lightning fast, but solid. Local servers are fast enough that I barely noticed anything. Streaming in HD, downloading big files, and playing online games, it handled it all pretty well. But I won't lie, once I started jumping servers on the other side of the world, just to mess around, yeah, the speeds dipped a little. So if you're connecting from New York to somewhere like Australia, you're gonna feel that delay. But for most stuff, it didn't bother me. And don't worry, unless you're doing competitive esports or streaming live, it will do just fine for everyday stuff. Now, a feature you should know about is smart rules. I didn't think I'd use it, but now I'm kind of into it. You could set up automatic rules like connect to this specific server whenever I open this app, or launch the VPN as soon as I boot up my laptop. It's kind of nerdy and technical, but it's also kind of cool once you learn the ropes. And if that's not your thing, you could totally ignore it, but I do recommend at least giving this feature a try. Now, CyberGhost VPN isn't perfect. Sometimes it acts a little weird when you're hopping between servers a bunch, like might freeze or take a second to reconnect. It's not a huge deal, but it's noticeable. Also during setup, there's a couple messages that ask you to share diagnostic data, and the way they phrase it isn't super clear. You could skip it, but I wish they made that part a little more transparent. And if you're using Linux, just know the app is command line only, so good luck with that. With that being said, who's CyberGhost VPN really good for? Honestly, if you just want a VPN that works without needing a tech degree, this one's for you. If your goal is to stream, stay protected on public Wi-Fi, and not overthink it, CyberGhost checks all those boxes. It got enough power for the average user and then some. Now, if you're super picky about ultra low ping, or you want every single privacy feature under the sun, maybe look around a bit more. But for most people, especially if you're just getting into VPNs or want something easy and reliable, it's a pretty great fit. Oh, and if you're interested in trying it out, don't forget that you could get 84% off and 4 free months with the link in the description or by scanning the QR code on your screen. Even if you only use it for streaming and travel, the savings and the protection are worth every cent.